Hi everyone, it's Ketchy aka OBiGem, back again with another video. This time I wanted to do just a one-off video, or it may turn into a series. It just depends on whether you guys like this or not, but I did receive some interest on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, I do suggest you do that. I am on Twitter under my handle, it's OBiGem, so be sure to follow me on Twitter. I post obviously Sims related things, and I'll probably be posting more YouTube updates for videos I have in the works. I have been doing it just a little bit, but I do plan on doing it more going forward. But that aside, I did receive interest on Twitter from some followers who are on there following me and are watching a channel as well, about hearing some more about this save that I actually do when I am not recording. This is a family I created quite a while ago. It is the Kumali-Vu household. So just to give you guys a quick up to date on who these guys are, I do like to create storylines for every single sim that I play. So as you can see, I wrote one in, and if I make a family, I'll always go ahead and put in the family info for what their story is. This helps me get like a jumping off point when I get into the gameplay to figure out how I want to play the family. So as you can see here, my initial story for Kino and her roommate Drayden are Kino may look like a rocker with a hard edge on the outside, but on the inside she's a sweetheart with a penchant for gardening. Her best friend, that is clearly a typo, her best friend Drayden is the same with his buff exterior, but he's a total softie for puppies and kittens. The two were thick as thieves growing up until Drayden and his family moved to Kalani before freshman year. As fate would have it, post-college has brought them both to Windenburg to start their lives and reconnect, but will they also rekindle something more? So clear you can see my whole idea with them was that they are high school friends, childhood friends who reconnected after drifting apart, and there may be a little bit of hint of romance. I actually made this family when I was doing Create a Sim with my son. As I was hopping back into the Sims world, I was having some issues playing and also paying attention to him, so I said, hey, let's make this family together, and he helped me make the little puppy they have there. I asked him what he wanted me to name the puppy, and he said he wanted me to name him Puppy Go. And I asked him, what do you want his last name to be? And he said, I want it to be Puppy Go Pup. So that little it's a little Siberian Husky mix. His name is Puppy Go Pup. So I just want to go into a cast just to show you them a little bit more up close before we jump into it. This is Drayden. So he is, of course, an animal lover as his aspiration, friend of animals. He is a child of the ocean, a vegetarian, and a romantic sim. And this is what he looks like. And then, of course, there is Puppy Go Pup. He's actually not a puppy anymore. I'm actually showing you guys this from another save. Back before I am separating my saves for the games I play off screen now, but initially they were all in like the same world together. It got very confusing and I didn't want to miss anything with them when I was playing other families. I eventually separated all the saves, but I wanted to jump into this old save for another family or household I do off camera, just to show you what they look like now, since a lot has changed from where they are now. This is Puppy Go Pup when he was still a puppy. He is actually an adult now, but he was so cute when he was a puppy. Look at him. And then, of course, this is Kino. I am obsessed with Kino. When I first made her, I thought, oh, she is so pretty, and she just seems like the coolest girl you'd definitely want to get to know and become friends with. I love her fashion and sense, and like I said, she really is like a sweetheart with an edge. I just like her fashion. I gave her additional outfits, but this initial version of her just has one outfit for every single occasion. She has a few more now, but this is Kino. So I did have a fleshed out story for them, and obviously the idea was for Kino and Drayden to eventually have feelings for each other and build a life together. But as I was playing, I found myself hitting roadblocks with them. Things weren't jiving, so I have a series of mods installed for pretty much all of my saves, and one major one that has been a key culprit and changing how storylines turn out is the Wicked Whims mod. I know everybody's thinking Wicked Whims is the naughty mod where you can do a lot of salacious things with your Sims as it relates to sexual things, but I honestly really only have Wicked Whims in there for storyline purposes because it throws in a whole lot of chance when it comes to baby making and attractiveness, because those are two big things that comes with Wicked Whims. There's an attraction system, and there's a chance when it comes to pregnancy to be unprotected and end up with a baby not on purpose. So I like those aspects of chance being in my game, which is why I play with Wicked Whims installed in pretty much all my saves. I have no shame in admitting that. I use Wicked Whims all the time, and I'm not sad about it. But the attractiveness system actually threw a wrench in them because they very quickly became friends with benefits, and Kino was just head over heels for Drayden. She pretty much fell in love with the dude. She wanted them to be boyfriend and girlfriend, to get married, to build a family, whole 9 yards. But Drayden, he just didn't feel as strongly about her. Like, if you guys have ever seen the movie He's Just Not That Into You, Drayden just was not that into Kino. He actually, funnily enough, had his eye on, I think her name is Ogliana Ngata from Tsunami. He was in love with that girl, even though she's 100% married, and I mean, they're obviously, Sims tend to be fluid, but I'm pretty sure that she's a lesbian. She's not interested in him at all in that way, but he was just all about her vibe, and he just, when it came to his attractiveness towards Kino, she was just all the way basic to him. He just wasn't feeling it. I mean, sure, she was cool for one night in the sack of woohoo, but for the long term, he just wasn't that interested in her, and it kind of really broke her heart. She went on to have just the worst relationships afterwards. She went on vacation to Granite Falls and met some dude, and they had like this whole vacation of them just doing the dirty and getting to know each other in between the sheets, and it just wasn't fulfilling for her. She really is a romantic and a softie at heart, but she's just had the worst luck when it comes to guys, and she just really wants to have an absolute happily ever after. And so she thought she was going to get that when it came to who she's with now. But before we jump into that part of the saga, I do want to show you guys the house she was living with Drayden before things in her life changed. So the funny thing about this household is this house is the very first house that I have built in The Sims 4. So before this point, I had mentioned in previous videos that when I used to play in like The Sims 1 and The Sims 2, I was a very functional player. I didn't really do a whole lot of building. I would just put something together for whatever they could afford, and it may not have been the prettiest thing, but it worked. So that is how I've always approached building. Sims 4 is actually the first time that I've actually tried to make pretty houses. So I actually built this house off of a reference, and I used the reference just to get the outside shell to look like it, but the inside I clearly just did my own thing. But clearly you could see it's like a first time build because it's just me figuring out how to build everything. There's certain things in a house that I didn't get right, and are clearly rookie mistakes. For instance, as you can see, the roof has no trim, and when I first started building, I didn't know that trim was a thing, so I don't have trim on the roof. But I feel like outside of that, it's like a cute little house. So I do kind of want to get us in here just so you guys can see what this looks like, but I think it's a cute little house. But they're in there. It's a 2-bedroom one bathroom house. And of course, in this tiny little house, they have room somehow for a dog. It was actually a tight fit getting them to have a dog in this small a house. But as you can see, like, it's a pretty cramped space. It's a little cozy. It's in the small lot in Windenburg that is on like this little island. I'm not remembering the name of the lot right now, but it's the little teeny tiny lot. I think it's like 15 by 20. But I feel like I was able to get like so much in here for it being such a tiny house. You can hear Puppy go. Where are you, Puppy Go? There he is. Hi, Puppy Go. He's cute. But as you can see, this is the living area. That's the kitchen. That's Drayden. And that is Kino looking a little bit sad because, oh, that is cute. I like when they greet each other like that. But this was them early on in their roommate situation. Let me go in and I'll show you guys Kino's room. So this is Kino's room, super cute. I actually put this in here because I thought, hey, since she has that whole background of being a little bit slightly rocker with it, insight, a soft heart, maybe she can get into playing guitar. I never did actually have her develop the skill though. Like I said, this was a challenging save at first, so it was kind of hard, but I think that the decorations in this room came out very well. It's very pink because I wanted that to reflect her being like this rocker chick with a heart of gold. But let us go out. We're going to go across the way out just to show you this is their living room area, little TV there. And this is their small little kitchen here. I gave them a lot of counter space. The thing I hate the most about this house is that they'll walk through the half wall here. As you can see, me placing this table was like a whole mess because it is clipping through that half wall right there. But we live and we learn. This is Drayden's room. His room's a little bit smaller because on this side of the house there's the bathroom, so I had to cut his a little bit short. But this is Puppy Go. This is where he used to sleep when he was a tiny puppy. When he grew up, I had to get rid of this because the big dogs don't sleep on those things. But this skateboard decal, I was actually looking for this when I was decorating the house for Sunshine, but couldn't find it. But this is his desk. I gave him a bed here. And there's Puppy Go, so cute. And a little closet there. But let's go out and I'll show you the bathroom, which I really put together in a way I think works really well. So this bathroom, as you can see, it looks like it's just a half bath because something broke. I just heard it. But it looks like it's just a half bath because there's the toilet and a sink here. But what I did was I cut the bathroom in half just because I know, like, when you have a household with a lot of Sims, having the bathroom be one thing makes it hard for when someone needs to pee and shower at the same time. So now someone can take a poo or a pee in here, and then if they need to shower, they can go through here and shower. And then they won't get embarrassed because of someone invading their privacy because there is a door separating the toilet. So that is what that looks like. But this is the household as it existed way back when. But actually, let me take you guys outside just so you can see the back. There's nothing really to write home about outside. As you guys always know, when you hear me say I'm not good at landscaping, so I try to avoid it. So most of this stuff out here is just functional. I put out like this dog obstacle stuff for Puppy Go, but he's a puppy now and puppies don't use it. So he didn't use it till he became an adult. But even then, as an adult, we still didn't really use it like that. And I put these planter boxes out here since Kino's and that gardening career track. And then there's like this flower arranging table, which I ended up not really getting that much use out of because Kino went into the plant scientist career track instead of the flower decorating one. So it ended up not getting a lot of use. But this is the house. So that is what it looked like, you guys, before Kino's life really just changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us out of this save because this is actually not the main save where I play the family. I'm going to take you guys into the one where I do play the family. So now we are in the save where I play with Kino primarily. And as you can see, we are not in Windenburg anymore. So what happened was, after a lot of failed attempts of trying to make real romance happen with Drayden, Kino just got really depressed and went to a bar and started making a fool of herself trying to meet somebody. And Kino was just very, she realizes that she's got a whole lot of assets, and she tries to put that first to kind of buy the attention and admiration from guys, and it kind of bites her in the behind a lot, because then guys will not really take her seriously and see her as more of a fun time in the sack and not long-term goals. But when she met Captain Noah here, which, excuse her being completely bullheaded and naked in this photo over here. I had to take my mods out temporarily, and I think it's kind of not refreshing that just yet, but no problem. But Captain Noah here, who he's not Captain Noah anymore because I took that off his name, they met at the bar. He was really interested in knowing her for real. She tried to put her body first, and he's like, look, no, I'm not interested in just like hopping the bed with you. Like, what are you about? I want to know more about you. And it really developed towards that, where they did work up into an intimate relationship that was more organic and not all physical. And that relationship resulted in Kino getting pregnant and having their daughter, Kalani. So when Kino got pregnant, obviously the tiny little house in Windenburg where she was rooming with her best friend was not going to work. So she moved out, and her ultimate dream, you guys, was to move to Brindleton Bay. She saw the most adorable little beach house right here. So this is a house I got off the gallery. I do try to build my houses these days, but when I saw this house, I'm like, this is Kino's dream house. She has to live here. Problem is that Kino can't afford this house. This house is 56,000 simoleons, and before Kino split from the household with Drayden, she had about 12,000 simoleons to her name, and Captain Noah had about 20,000. So he said, look baby, I know this is the house of your dreams. We will get you the house of your dreams. We will work towards it. I will make sure we get that. You just need to trust me. I will get you the house that you adore. But for right now, we just need to get us a little house that we can raise our daughter in for right now. And then once we made the money we need to make, we can move to Brindleton Bay and live in the house of your dreams. So Kino said, okay, Noah, I trust you. I believe in you. I love you. I'm going to go with the flow, and we're going to do this. So they instead decided to get this cute little house here in Willow Creek that I placed from the gallery, but we'll say that they built it up with the money they had. This is what they could afford. It's not her dream to live in Willow Creek. Willow Creek's very, old world, and that's not really Kino's personality. It's part of the reason why she wants to live in Brindleton Bay. That's very much her vibe. It's part of the reason why she was living in Windenburg. That is also her vibe. But instead, they are living in Willow Creek, and this house is not what she wants. But she's like, look, Noah, you're in school. You just have to get your degree, and we'll make it work. So they moved in here, and unfortunately, Kino's still kind of getting to know Noah and what he's about. And what she found out when they moved into this place is that a lot of the things that Noah told her is just not the truth. At first, she thought he was like a police captain because he introduced himself as Captain Noah. He was dressed like a police officer. I did change his wardrobe so he doesn't look that way anymore. Why are you sad? Oh, because he doesn't want his baby to grow up. Girl, get out of the toilet. Get out of the toilet. Girl, get out of the toilet. I hate when toddlers play in the toilet. It's so annoying. Play with your dolls. Play with your dolls. But she just really thought that he was a captain. He wasn't. Maybe he was going to a costume party and he was just being like jokingly, "Hey, I'm Captain Noah," but not really. She learned a little bit more about him, found out he's in university studying biology. He wants to be a doctor, and she was all like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, that seems like very ambitious of you. Like, that seems like the type of dude I want. Someone with goals and you're really cute and we're really vibing. We have certain things in common. So that's why she really trusted in him. But then, and they got together here and moved into this house. She found out that yes, he is studying biology at Foxbury, and it's a distinguished degree path. But what Noah didn't tell her is he is on academic probation and he's failing. So when she found that out, she was appalled and she thought, what did I get myself into? At first, I thought that I was in big trouble with Drayden because I'm in love with him and he's just not into me and I'm wasting my time here. And then I get with a guy who I'm head over heels for and he's into me, but he's lying to me about things, telling me things that aren't true. And he's on academic probation. I don't know what that means for a future. He promised me that we'd get our money up and get to move into our dream house in Rendleton Bay, and now I'm thinking that that's just not going to happen. So right now she's very nervous. She's on edge, and she's just really worried about whether she might have made another mistake. And this time it's worse because not only is she putting her heart on the line with some dude that she thought was the one, but they've got a whole baby together now. So she's tied to this guy forever, and she doesn't even know if he's really the one because he has been lying to her about some things. So it's a mess, you guys. It's a whole mess. But as you can see from earlier when little Kino was hugging our little puppy, Puppy Go came with her to the new house. So Puppy Go is actually Kino's dog, even though like they both had a close relationship, her and Drayden, with Puppy Go. And with Drayden being such an animal lover, it broke his heart that she took Puppy Go with her. But she's like, look, Puppy Go's my dog. You were the one who adopted our cat, because a little bit later when I was playing with them, they did adopt the little ginger cat named Whisper. So she said, look, you adopted Whisper, but I came into this house with Puppy Go. So Puppy Go's my dog. He's coming with me. You could keep Whisper. So Puppy Go came with, and as you can see, he's all grown up. He's been an adult for quite a while now. But he is great. But this has just been their life together, and it's just been a little bit of a mess. It's been a little bit of a hot mess. And Kino is just trying to figure it out. But I did post a lot on Twitter about them because the last time I played was a whole mess. She found out he was on academic probation. She was trying to get some honey from her honey. She got stung by the bees. We have to actually start our garden over here, which is such a shame because we had near perfect quality crops at the old house. And now we have to start with a whole new garden. Don't mind the backyard, guys. Since I just plopped this down and they didn't have a whole lot of money and they're saving up to move anyway, I didn't put a whole lot in the backyard except for the garden so that Kino can keep up their skills. I put in a new bee box and I added the Mighty Mighty Home for Insects from the Eco Lifestyle Pack just because I haven't been able to use this at all. I don't know what it's about. We'll see what it is. Let's have her do something with this. We are going to farm, let's farm some grubs. See, Kino is not afraid to get her hands dirty. She looks sweet on the outside, but she really is that girl who likes experiments with stuff. That's why she's on the scientist track for the gardening career and not flower arranging. She's not that sweet, you guys. She likes to get down and dirty. But this is one of her additional outfits I've added since I made her. This is super cute. This is Cece. It was from a collection, I think, that was trying to mimic the outfits of Harley Quinn from that movie. So that's why it looks like this, but I like the way it looks in this color. It's super cute. It looks like she wants to whisper seductively in her honey's ear. You are a bad girl, Kino. Look at you. Are you gonna do this or not? You're just kind of standing there. You okay, girl? You alright? You gonna actually do that? I guess she changed her mind. She wants to talk to her plants instead. Let's see what Captain Noah's doing. He is super uncomfortable. He's not feeling that great. I'm gonna have him do something about that. Let's have him take some medicine or something. He can... You know what? Why not you first fill this bowl? Puppy Go is hungry. We just filled this bowl. Let us fill the bowl again. And then I need you to take yourself to the hospital. Because what we really need to do is make sure that Captain Noah, even though he's not Captain anymore, I can't help just keep calling him Captain Noah because I felt so catfished by him introducing himself as Captain Noah, and this dude's not even a cop, like at all. He's studying biology at Foxbury. a distinguished degree track, so I'm impressed. But you're not a cop, sir. But please take yourself to the hospital. We have been working with him to get his life back together. He's on academic probation, so he needs to do really well this semester. Otherwise, he's just going to get kicked out. But I did have him work on his homework assignments. He's got 2 of them done. He needs to take another one. And because they're low on funds and they're trying to save up to move, I did have him take out loans for this semester. Just so you guys know, I do use the mod. I forget who made it, but it's a mod that increases the tuition for university. I just feel like it's super just low, how much you pay for university. So I do use mods to make a lot of things more expensive because it's too easy to make money in this game, guys. So I like to introduce challenges to make it so that you're not always sitting on several stacks of money for no reason. So a lot of my university sins do end up having to take out loans to finish up their schooling because that's real life, guys. I've got student loans. I'm pretty sure most of you who went to college in any respective capacity have some student loans. It's very rare to not come out of university with student loans. But let's see what's going on with Kalani. She seems sad. What's going on, honey? Oh, she had a nightmare. Let's have Kino just talk to her and make her feel better. But it's just going to be interesting seeing how things work out because Kino has just been trying to have her happily ever after, and it's been such a struggle, guys, trying to figure the storyline out. I've been playing Kino's storyline off screen for a while now, and it's just been not clicking at all. Just until recently, I figured out that this is the path I wanted her to go on, but before, it was so tough figuring out, what is your deal? What do you need? Where are you going? What do you want? It was very hard, but now I think I figured it out. I was playing with her on long, we'll scroll out from that because I don't have streamer mode on right now, so let's turn the walls up. But it was very hard trying to figure out what to do with her, and since I was playing with her on long lifespan, it just feels like I've been playing it forever. I did change it back to normal, but for a while it was on long lifespan forever, so I feel like she's been a young adult forever. But honestly, her whole plans right now is to get on Captain Noah's case to make sure he finishes school, raise her daughter, and she's going to be on her grind to really get her life where she wants it to go. Right now, she's just kind of in a weird spot with her best friend, Drayden. He knows that she got pregnant, and he's not really all that concerned about it because they weren't anything official. He is a bit sad to see that she's moved out, and she's with somebody new now. They were friends with benefits for a while, and it's just put them in a weird position. So I'm thinking I want them to kind of figure out, what their friendship is, because low-key, guys, Kino still has feelings for Drayden. They still have high romance bars, but as you can see, she's Kino's a mess. She's got high romance bars with, everybody. Look, she was in love with Patchy for a minute. Can you say that she's a little bit cray-cray and she needs to get her life together? That she falls in love too early, or too easily. She wants to have love that badly, and so it's made it so that she's had a whole lot of romantic entanglements. This was the guy that she fooled around with when she was in Granite Springs. She's got a lot of problems, you guys. I don't know what to do with her, but she wants to try and make things work with Noah. He's cute. She finds him super attractive. She just doesn't appreciate the fact that their relationship started off on tons of lies. And like I said, she still has feelings for Drayden. So I feel like deep in her heart, she's thinking maybe there's a way that we can patch things up. Maybe it's still possible that there's a future with us. I don't want to close the door on that. So it's just going to be interesting to see where this goes. But honestly, just let me know how you guys are feeling about this. Are you guys interested in seeing me help Kino figure her life out? She's a little bit of a mess, and I want to be able to see if we can help her get her life together. Will she figure things out with Noah and make a family? Will she figure out how to get Drayden to return her affection for him. Like, what is going on with her? Is she gonna be able to figure things out? Let me know in the comments below how you guys are feeling about this. Do you want to see more? Is this a storyline, a family, a household you guys would like to continue seeing? I would like to know. But for now, as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay dazzled. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Face, girl, you told me that's what you needed. That's in my face, yeah. 'Cause you were coward and that was easy.